Okay, we're back for a second reaction because I messed up on my first one. I forgot to check my mic to make sure it was actually on. So I pretty much just scrapped that one, so we're doing another one. Yeah, double check just in case. Need for Speed Unbound. Let me tell you, the only good Need for Speed game was Need for Speed Carbon. That was it. I mean, some people like the Need for Speed, was it Blacklist or whatever the hell it was. I think it was the one after it came out, that one, or before it. Uh, Need for Speed was the one I grew up with. It was the only car game I ever liked. And I'm not a big fan of car games and stuff like that, or motorcycles, or BMX and crap like that. I just have no interest in any of those type of games. They just don't interest me whatsoever. But Need for Speed was the only one, had a solid storyline, nice cars, the bosses were a goddamn pain in the ass, especially the final one where you had to go against an Audi. It didn't matter which type of vehicle you had, he was just outspeeding you and beating you, and it was like, eventually I did beat that goddamn game, and I was happy about it too, and I got his car. In the Need for Speed ones, you would get a certain amount of fame, I guess you would call it, street cred. And then eventually, if you took enough turf in that game from one of the bosses, they would say, hey, we're getting sick and tired of your crap. We're going to put this on the street. They're going to challenge you for the first round, which is in the city. And then you would take it to the canyon, and that's where the final battle would be. And then you would get like 4 or 5 cards you choose from like money to, slow speed or something like that. Or like kind of get like a jail out of free. But the best ones you always want to get was the pink slips. And that would be for their boss's cars. And I got them all. And it was random, so you never knew which one you were going to get. And then eventually they came out more for Need for Speed games like that. The competition for Need for Speed, besides like Forza and stuff like that, was Burnout. That was another good one too. I think it was like Burnout 2 Paradise City or whatever the hell it was. It was another good one. Burnout was a little more different than Need for Speed, but from the thumbnail, it looks like it's going to be using motorcycles now. So let's check this out.
There she is.
That's not from the second game. From the other game I was just talking
What's
about.
mine?
It almost looks like it.
Oh boy. We definitely rattled the pig pen.
That racer just took a hit from the spike strip.
I guess we took it a little too far. Whoa. Didn't expect the whole city to get locked down. Got something that can even the odds, though.
Are you kidding me? They take this to motorcycles now?
Oh, look at that. Teamwork making the dream work. As if this could ever hold her. Take what you want, but bring her to me. And I'll have your ticket out of here. Not bad. Not bad.
But you're not the only one trying to get my attention. Sugar plum.
So like I said, Need for Speed Carbon is the only one I actually liked. It doesn't look too bad. I mean, I like the graphics of it. But the thing with most of these games is just like, yeah, there's this random boss, he wants you to do this stuff, you end up these big races. But none really actually held a decent storyline. Now it's just like collecting all these cars and doing all this street cred crap. But it's like, if you're going to have a car game, like, especially like something like Need for Speed, have some sort of storyline to it. That's the reason why I liked them, because there was a storyline, and they actually took real life people and then just CGI'd them into the game itself. And it was a second one to the whole different storyline. There was a big difference in the Xbox 360 version and the PS3 version of it is. I think it was in the PS3 version they actually had one where they had a giant street race tournament. So it was like 100 cars or 50 cars or something like that. And if you got first place, you know, you got to actually challenge the boss. You got to win a certain amount of prize money. So there was different varieties in those two versions of the consoles for those games. Now we're using bikes. Oh god, it reminds me of Yu-Gi-Oh when they were started. You know, they switched up Yu-Gi-Oh a bit. You know, the first season of the show was cool. You know, and then they started using dice, and then eventually they're dueling on bikes and shit like that. It was like, what the hell? Would I ever get it? Probably not. Like I said, Need for Speed was the only one I ever liked, and that'll probably be the only Need for Speed game I'll ever get. But if you have any recommendations for any other ones that you actually think that live up to Need for Speed, or are probably actually better, that actually has a solid storyline, you know, let me know in those comments below about that too. But either way, stay safe, healthy, and sanitize. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and leave comments below, and make sure to check them all out. See you guys.